Who is in charge of this country?
Basically, there is a small group of people, a small cabal, that secretly controls everything that is happening in the world. All the wars, all the revolutions, all the epidemics, everything that is happening is controlled by this very small group of people who are, of course, evil and have bad intentions.
It's certainly not Anthony Albanese. In fact, apparently, it's this bloke.
The role of governments is more important and more relevant than ever.
A union boss and a bully who has got little Albo wrapped around his
impediments.
So much so, the CFMEU head is reminding the PM
That I was the son of a single mum.
who is effing boss.
But I said, oi, I'm the bloody
Effing boss. Mr. Setka is continuing his campaign to try and get former Australian Building and Construction Commission Chief Stephen McBurney sacked as the AFL's head of umpiring. And why? Because, well, he doesn't like him because of a decision Mr. McBurney made in that previous role. So Mr. Setka, acting like a petulant child, chucking a tantrum, throwing his toys on the floor, is vowing to proceed with a work to rule campaign to disrupt AFL projects. And he's told Albanese
he is a weak and impotent Prime Minister
to stay out of it. And guess what? It seems the Prime Minister has
shit himself.
That's my style. I hope you've noticed that.
Now, this thuggery could have a massive impact on AFL in this country. Yet, Albo today couldn't bring himself to push back against his union mates and stand up for Australia.
John Setka is someone who is showing his arrogance. Is someone who I expelled from the Labor Party.
If you want to betray us, you're going to pay a price. So what do you think of that sort of language? Is that acceptable?
I think that you probably encourage him by asking questions about him, given his character. Oh, look, I know you seem to be very interested in this bloke.
He seemed angry at the questions. So what, nobody should ask about it? We should ignore it? And what will you do about it, Prime Minister?
Our government will continue to listen to John Setka. And I'll tell you what, I say to John Setka that he is so out of touch. It's none of his business what occurs with the AFL. That's a matter for the AFL.
There it is. Nothing. How pathetic. He's acting more like a
leech and a parasite
than a leader. And now the Electrical Trades Union, the Australian Manufacturing Workers Union and the Plumbers Union have jumped on board, backing this thuggish behaviour by John Setka, and even warning Virgin Australia's owner against appointing the current frontrunner to the airline's CEO job. So basically, none of them are doing what unions are meant to do, and that is help workers. Instead, they are out there trying to get someone sacked, interfering in matters they have nothing to do with, and getting away with threats and propaganda like this.
Please, do the right thing. Follow the rules. Avoid big groups and keep your distance. If you can stay at home, you should stay at home. Do it, or Victorians will die.
This Prime Minister that we have, his true character has shone through for all Australians to see. He is
weak, he is gutless, and I hope the people throw him out at the next election.
We need a great reset.